Good morning. Welcome to Issues and Answers. This is a public affairs program from Cumulus Media in Saginaw. My name is Scott Stine, and today we're going to delve into everything all about the Saginaw County Chamber of Commerce. We're joined on the other end of our phone line by Rebecca Sir. Rebecca is Communications and Events Specialist for the Saginaw County Chamber of Commerce. Good morning, Rebecca.
Good morning, Scott. Thank you so much for having us on today.
Well, I'm glad you're here with us, and you've got lots of events and special leadership awards, and we're going to get into all the minutia of all that stuff coming up with the Chamber. But I thought we'd kind of start with just the Chamber in a nutshell. You're communications and events specialist, so you're involved with a lot of the special events, but kind of day to day, what is the Chamber about? What's it for? How can people get involved? Obviously, it's a business alliance of sorts, right?
Yeah, Scott. So we are really here to make sure businesses succeed. So we like to think that we communicate, we connect, and we influence. And on any given day, it could be any combination of those things. Our president and CEO, Veronica Horn, is heavily involved in advocacy. And then here in the office, we're involved with creating events, creating opportunities for people to network. We really know that when businesses are able to connect, they do better together, and they find new clients. Everything we do is designed to support them in whatever way they need.
Yeah, and basically it boils down to power in numbers. I mean, you can get obviously a lot more done when you can garner a lot of businesses, all with a focus, and that's channeled through the Saginaw County Chamber of Commerce. Now, I know you've got a lot of events coming up, but a couple things that I know you're involved with. The Leadership Saginaw program, that's an actual program that you're involved with. I
am. So our Leadership Saginaw County program has been around, I believe we've learned today, for 38 years.
Wow.
So it's a long-standing program, and it's a 10-month community awareness program where each month the class, there's a joke that each year is the best class ever. So I'm going to say that class of 2024 is the best class ever.
Got it.
But of course, 2023 might say the same thing.
Yep.
But each month of those 10 months, we are able to visit different types of organizations to kind of get a behind-the-scenes look at how our community operates. So, for example, this past session was Healthcare Day. So we went from Covenant Healthcare to Ascension St. Mary's to CMU Medical School. We also went to Great Lakes Bay Health Center. We had a lot of things to learn in one day. And if you don't have a career where you're out and about, you perhaps have never seen some of these things. So there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that kind of keep Saginaw going, moving forward every day. And people don't realize all those little things and how they're all interconnected. And it's a way to really get people out of their business. Say you work at a bank. You're gonna meet people who need to use the services of a bank. You're not going to meet people in the healthcare profession. So that's kind of what we do, is take people to all these behind-the-scenes locations and really show them how Saginaw operates.
Yeah. How many people are we talking, like, for the leadership class this year? How many people are in this class?
I believe my class, the best class ever, has 28 participants. Each year is somewhere between, I think, 25 and 30. We kind of keep it below 30. It really depends on how many people apply and how much space we have and what have you. But so I know one of the things you'd like to talk about is that we're actually accepting applications for Leadership Saginaw for the 2025 class right now. So those applications have to be in by the end of April 30th. And if you go to our website, which is saginawchamber.org, you'll be able to find a link on there to apply to be part of the next best class ever.
When would the 2025 class start? Are we talking January of next year? Or?
No, it actually starts in August. So the 10-month program begins in August. We have a retreat, I believe, every year. It is at the Bavarian Inn Lodge in Frankenmuth. They're gracious enough to have us there. And we spend 2 days getting to know one another. So we have a lot of, team building exercises, and we learn about what type of leadership style we have. If you've ever done a DISC assessment, it kind of tells you, a D does this, and an I does this, and an S and a C have different personality traits, and that kind of bleeds into their career and their personalities. So we start with that, and then after that, each month it's a one-day session from roughly 8 in the morning to 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay. And again, a lot of it, well, obviously it's a learning experience to be part of this class, but it's networking as well. I mean, to be a part of the chamber is all about networking, and another great way to network would be in this leadership class, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I know my class is obviously still going on, but a lot of the people that I work with have also been through the Leadership Saginaw County program, and they still have get-togethers from time to time. They still work on projects together. It's a bond that really stays around for quite some time, and people have really made some really good friends out of this program, in addition to business connections.
Okay, so again, applications due April 30th for the 2025 class for the Leadership Saginaw program. We're speaking with Rebecca Sir. She's events and communications and events specialist with the Saginaw County Chamber of Commerce. And speaking of leadership, there's also the Community Leadership Awards, Rebecca, that I want to talk about a little bit. The deadline for those awards also coming up here at the end of April. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the Leadership Awards?
Well, this is definitely one of our favorite times of the year when we get to recognize the people and organizations and businesses that truly make Saginaw County a better place. We have several awards that we hand out, and what happens is right now we are accepting nominations. So if you know of someone or a business or a leader that really has gone above and beyond and really, loves Saginaw and has made their mark on this community, we want to hear about them. So again, you go to our website, saginawchamber.org, and you look for the link to submit a nomination, which there is a write-up, and you'll see the rules of how to apply in there. But there's different categories that we have. So we have the Community Impact Award. We have the Corporate Community Service Award, Lifetime Community Service Award, Outstanding Small Business Award. And then we have two more. We have Dr. Samuel H. Shaheen Vision of Free Enterprise Award and the Spirit of Saginaw Award. And I can tell you last year I put together the videos of all of these recipients, and they truly love our community. That's the one thing they have in common, is that every single person who earns these awards has done something to have an impact in our community, and they truly love it here.
Yeah, and I like the different categories. I mean, virtually, we all know business people. We all know community-minded people, volunteers, whatnot. I mean, there's an award category for pretty much anyone. So if you know of someone who is just outstanding, helping in the community, great business person, make sure you get, again, to their website, saginawchamber.org, and they can nominate someone right online, right, Rebecca?
I believe there's a form you have to fill out, so you may have to print it out or fill it in with a PDF. I can't remember exactly how it works. But the other thing you'll find there, too, when you click on the link to see to nominate somebody, it also gives you a list of some of the different people who have earned these awards over the years, and you'll kind of see the list of some really well-known names, and you'll probably recognize some of the things that they've accomplished or done here. So it's nice to see what kind of company you might be among.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so again, deadline April 30th for the Community Leadership Awards. Really, really good work that you guys are doing there. And one of the fun things about the Chamber, it's not all serious business when it comes to the Chamber, right? You guys like to have fun and you like to have events. There's another business after hours coming up here towards the end of the month. When and where is that going to be?
This is actually all of our business after hours are extremely special, but this one I think people are going to be really excited about. This one is actually going to be held at the Dow Event Center, and it's put on by the Saginaw County Board of Commissioners. What we're doing is we're extended in an hour, so instead of being from 5 to 7, we're going from 5 until 8 o'clock. From 5 to 6, there will be the regular social hour. I believe that's going to be held in the Red Room if you're familiar with the Dow Event Center. And then at 6 o'clock, we're going to have a ribbon cutting because as many people know, your listeners probably know, there have been a number of updates done to the Dow Event Center ahead of the Memorial Cup. There's an elevator, there are new suites, there's a ribbon that goes around the hockey rink. It's truly beautiful inside. And we are going to cut a ribbon, and then people are going to have the opportunity to go and visit the suites, visit the catwalks, the on-ice suites, and the locker rooms to see how that money was put to use at the Dow Event Center. And what I know they really want people to know is, yes, it was done so we could host the Memorial Cup, but these upgrades are going to be here for years to come. And these are going to help us attract even more events to our communities. So that's what we're doing with that business after hours is having fun, networking, but also kind of showing off some of the really cool things that happened right down the street. Yeah,
behind-the-scenes look there at the new and improved Dow Event Center. What day? That's April 24th. What day of the week is that?
So that's actually a Wednesday. We typically have our events on a Thursday, but as it worked out with scheduling of hockey and other events, we had to go with a Wednesday this time.
Yeah, and I know you had a percolator breakfast just last week. The next one isn't until May 2nd. Those are always at Horizons, correct?
Yep. Most of the time they're at Horizons. The only time we are not at Horizons is in February. We have the State of the County and State of the City. But this perk breakfast coming up on May 2nd is going to be a new topic for us, if you'd like to hear about that. We are talking about demystifying AI, artificial intelligence, empowering your business for success with a professor from Northwood University. So we're pretty excited about this topic.
Yeah, great topic there. We're speaking, in case you're just tuning in, we're speaking with Rebecca Sewer. She's communications and events specialist with the Saginaw County Chamber of Commerce. And another thing that people can get involved with, not only to become a member, but they can become an ambassador. They can be a real standout with the Chamber. Can you just speak maybe just real briefly on the ambassador program, Rebecca?
Oh, absolutely. So at the Chamber, there are 7 of us. So there are 7 employees. 6 of us are full-time. 1 of us is part-time. So in order to make all the magic happen, we have literally hundreds of events every year. In order to make all these things happen, we rely on a very strong, supportive volunteer task force. So we have what are called ambassadors. They're volunteers. They're not Chamber employees, but they represent the Chamber at many events. So at our business after hours, for example, when you arrive at the location, you're going to be greeted by an ambassador who has a green lanyard on, and they're going to welcome you and let you know what you need to know. They join us for ribbon cutting. So when we have a new business in our community, they show up to welcome them. They help us out with so many different things. It's just crazy the amount of time they give to us in addition to their full-time job, and we truly could not do what we do without our volunteer ambassadors. We have almost 40 of them.
Wow. And is that simple as applying for that position, or are there requirements? Or
I'm not sure of the exact requirements. I know some of the requirements are you have to be employed by a Chamber member business,
okay,
and you have to be employed full-time, I believe. And then we do have an application process. That typically happens toward the end of the year.
Got it.
But it's something where you fill out an application, and then we have an interview process, and we try to get as many people as we can from a diverse business offering. But we really do rely on them, and that is something you have to look for towards the end of the year to get involved with that program.
Yeah. Again, it's another level of involvement. It's one thing to become a member of the Chamber, but also another level to be more involved, to be an ambassador. And it's never too early, Rebecca, to talk golf. I know the big Saginaw County Chamber of Commerce golf outing is on the calendar already, right?
Oh, it is on the calendar. We actually plan out our events almost a year in advance, so this one has been planned for a while. This year we are going to be at the Saginaw Country Club, and that is on Wednesday, June 12th. We rotate between, I think, 3 or 4 different golf courses, so we give our members a chance to host. So this one is at the Saginaw Country Club, and we cannot wait for golf because everyone loves golf, and this is something that sells out. So you can go on our website right now, and you're able to purchase, a single, a twosome, or a team. But keep in mind, this 99.9% of the time sells out.
Yeah. And what was the date for that again?
That is Wednesday, June 12th, so not terribly far away, only 2 months away.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Well, Rebecca, thank you for your time this morning. Great work there with the Saginaw County Chamber of Commerce. I know you and Veronica and the whole team do a tremendous job. Basically, just looking out for businesses here in Saginaw County. It's good to have you supporting everybody.
We are happy to do so because we truly believe that we are better together, and we have as you mentioned earlier, a bigger voice when we're all unified.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, continued success, Saginaw County Chamber of Commerce. You can find them online, saginawchamber.org, if you want to find out anything more about what we spoke about this morning. And that is going to wrap up this edition of Issues and Answers, public affairs program from Cumulus Media Saginaw. If you have an idea for an upcoming segment on the program, by all means, share it with us. We'd love to research it and hopefully get it on the air. It's scott.stine@cumulus.com. That's my email. You can reach out to me directly. Again, scott.stine, S-T-I-N-E, @cumulus.com. Thanks for listening this morning, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday.